Hey, what's up, everybody? I am the DeFi enthusiast from the Crypto Ronins, and as you can see, there's been everybody has been worried, but I can only just crack up at whatever's going on. And the reason why I'm so unaffected by this dip on Bitcoin is because I already warned about all of this. I've been saying for like a broken record that this is pure manipulation, and they're gonna like I said, they're gonna they're doing all of these massive liquidations and things like that to keep most of retail out, to liquidate as many leverage traders as possible, to pay off their trillions of dollars of debt, and then they're gonna pump the markets. And I know it's hard for you to believe right now, but 2026 is going to be extremely, extremely bullish for crypto and Bitcoin. All the indicators are going towards that. Let me explain this to you in the simplest terms. So right now, what we saw is a sell the news event. Basically, even traditionally, December has been very, very bearish for crypto historically, and a lot of people, a lot of one institution probably sold a bunch during this time. They sold a few. They took profits because you see the institutions, they don't care about the technology and all those things. That's the disadvantage of having institutions on board in the first place. So my point is that when you realize what's really going on, it's not too complicated. Basically, they're taking profits, okay? And a lot of them are also buying a ton of Ethereum. They're also looking for dips. They create these crashes so that people panic, they sell, they get a lower entry, they take those profits, and then they buy an OTC. So what happens when you buy an OTC? Over the counter. Over the counter does not affect the price of an asset, when it's being bought privately. That's why when you see XRP at $2 or something like that, and with everything that's going on with the Ripple, and how it's the future of finance, and how it's going to literally reshape finance by 2030, that narrative is not, it's not a far-fetched rumor. It's actually real, because Ripple, it's already being used by many banks. The technology, distributed DLTs are being used by banks already. When you see a transaction hash on your statement, that's blockchain working right there. Then these same people tell you that this is all a scam. So you gotta learn. Like I keep telling you guys, it's very simple. Do not overexpose yourself. Do not leverage trade. Be patient and do your research. Don't buy junk. Buy utility projects, things that are working like real companies, things that are building, so that you don't have to then later suffer. And you got to realize that in order for that, you need guidance. You need the right people that have been in this market, that have been in this space for a while, that have gone through experiences, that have made a lot of money and lost a lot of money. I'm one of them, okay? And I've made a lot of money and I've also lost a lot of money. However, luckily, I never lost my principal investment. Now, why did I not lose that? Because I had a strategy. My strategy was safe. My strategy has worked. In fact, the Crypto Ronins 4 pillars, which you would learn inside our premium group, or what we're working on right now very soon. We'll talk about that in a bit. That'll help you out a lot. Now, so this is why I'm not phased out at all by whatever is going on. And content creators are going to create all sorts of posts, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it now. They're going to say everything is over, blah, 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 blah. And because why? They're stuck in the 4-year cycle narrative. They're just stuck there. They're stuck in the 4-year cycle narrative. Just like how it's been. The halving happens, and then then there's a bear market, and then there's like around a year and a half or 2 years of bull market or whatever that is. And then it's back to another 4 years of bearish sentiments and this and that. Look, that stuff worked. It was great. It was fantastic. It worked for 3 cycles, sure, okay. But now institutions are officially in. There's an infrastructure being built. You have to study. This is why it's so important to know what you're investing in and why you're investing in it. Okay. Let me give you some alpha. So, quantum technology is out right now. It's already prevalent, right? It's coming out, and they say it's a threat to crypto security. So, while Bitcoin hasn't really improved on that yet, I'm sure there'll be a layer or something that'll come out for it. But Bitcoin Cash is already quantum resistant. Okay, now Bitcoin Cash is sitting at what, less than $500 right now. So not financial advice, but if I were accumulating long-term projects, that would be one of them. Okay, Zcash is a privacy coin. The privacy narrative, I already called it more than 2 years ago. I already told my people that follow me that the privacy narrative is going to be massive in the next 2 years because of mass surveillance and everything that is coming. I don't know if you've been following the news, but the United Kingdom, for example, is going to start from January 2026. They want to see every crypto transaction that's taking place within the UK, what's going on, what's being spent. Your self-sovereignty is going away, and that is very unfortunate. Okay. Why are they so obsessed with seeing what you're doing? Okay, we have solutions to that too. There are privacy dexes, there are things like that, but it's all in the premium Discord. Okay, guys. But besides that, I'm gonna tell you something. So my belief is that we're going into a massive bullish momentum very soon. Trump's portfolio, more than 90% of his portfolio is in Ethereum. When Ethereum starts to go up, okay, when it starts doing some big numbers, and it will, it's the most, well-established chain. Most of the real utility-based companies that are being built on Web3 are being built on Ethereum, and it's also being recognized by all institutions. So there is no way that Ethereum is not going to succeed. So when you see those type of price actions and things, you'll see why Trump's portfolio is. What does he know that we don't? Is he dumb? Is he silly? Does he have no idea what's going on? Does BlackRock not know what's going on? Look, guys, the reason why there are, if I have to break it down for you, right now this is a temporary manipulation, okay? And one thing that you have to realize is that this will fade. And when it does, the switch is going to flip, and you'd be like, man, I wish I was buying at these levels. But right now you're probably like, you know what? I wish I would just sell everything. So they know how to play with your psychology. They want most of you out so that they can pump the markets. Number one. Number two, the reason why it's being delayed is that, as you can see, from January 2026, Europe and the UK, they want to literally track everybody's crypto activity. Their rails to cashing out have been delayed, but till 2030, which is the full integration and full control of CBDC, central bank digital currency. This is anti-Bitcoin, okay? This is anti-crypto. This is anti everything that it was being, it was being marketed for. It's basically, a bunch of control money, programmable money that can literally be removed from your accounts if you even, criticize the government. And that's where things are heading in by 2030. So we have an entire blueprint. We can talk about that. That's why our premium Discord is an access to all the, chainomentals, pumpamentals, altcoin gems. but direct access to us, real time. You can chat with us. We'll be doing monthly calls as well. And of course, that stuff costs quite a bit. Our time is valuable, but we still feel that we have an edge over everybody else. So you can check out that Discord. You can check out the pricing. You can join if you like. But if you don't want that, if you don't want our personal insight and you want all the information still being handed down to you, we are working on our official newsletter. And it's going to have a lot of that info, and it's going to be way, way less than our personal mentorship because our time is money. Okay, is that simple? So we still want to help people, and I think we've set a pretty good price for it. We'll be giving out more details really soon on that. So when you think about everything that has been going on, you realize that all of it is temporary, okay? And by 2030, they want complete control, especially in the West, okay? Maybe not in America. Trump doesn't want it. But see, until Trump is here, you have a bull market, massive bull market, okay? By the end of the next elections, the Dems are going to come back. They're going to be like, what's going on? Too much money printing, blah, blah, blah. And then there's going to be a real bear sentiment. You guys haven't seen a bear market. We have, okay? Trust me on this. If you think this is a bear market, I don't know what to tell you guys. For a newbie, I can understand. For people that have been in the crypto space for maybe the last 6 months or 1 year, I can understand. And you're not alone. When you're in this space, you really think a lot of people would know what's going on. Look, here's the video. Shout out to the exit manual. This guy asked a bunch of people what he thinks about this whole, what he thinks about a bunch of people about Bitcoin. Just hear this.
I don't like Bitcoin.
Why don't you like Bitcoin?
Volatile.
Criminals use it for money laundering.
Some of my friends who are rich off Bitcoin, they're the worst ones.
What? Why? What do they do to you?
They're my worst friends.
A Japanese guy.
Do you think it's the future of currency?
I sure hope so. I got all my student loan money in it.
I don't trust it. I don't know.
I think it's definitely the future. It's like digital gold.
To be honest, I have no idea what that. I don't really know anything about Bitcoin.
Today, I'm asking students at Canada's #1 finance school what they know about Bitcoin. Why? Because these future spreadsheet athletes are about to inherit $72 trillion of boomer wealth over the next 10 to 20 years. And 38% of them say they're gonna buy some Bitcoin with it. So naturally, I thought that they'd understand Bitcoin better than anyone else. But after what I heard, I don't think that we're ready for what's about to come next. Have you ever thought or considered investing in Bitcoin?
No. No.
What would you rather have, $10,000 or 1 Bitcoin?
Probably take the Bitcoin and then sell it and go S&P 500.
You would sell the Bitcoin for S&P 500?
Maybe.
Oh man, the Bitcoiners watching are not going to be happy about that.
You do not sell your Bitcoin.
Would you ever consider investing in Bitcoin?
Maybe like $10.
Why only $10?
It seems more like gambling than investment to me. So
no country.
Okay, so I guess you guys get you guys get the whole picture, right? I mean, these are finance students, okay, young finance students that are literally talking about Bitcoin, and to me, it's just ridiculous. Look, like I didn't play the whole video because obviously it's not my video, but the main takeaway is that these are people that are studying finance, and they have no idea how Bitcoin and crypto works. Oh, it's being used for gambling, being this, I don't trust it, blah, 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 blah. I'd sell it for the S&P 500. Man, what are you guys talking about? Coinbase is literally offering you, if you hold Bitcoin, you can take a collateral, you can put that on collateral and take a loan of 5 million USD based on your Bitcoin as collateral. And imagine what you can do with it, create cash value life insurance, and invest in the right, hedge funds, things like that, double that money, return that money, you still have your Bitcoin. There's so many strategies that you can play at. And these people, I'm not even a finance student, and I have this much knowledge. So we're that early, guys. Try to understand where things are heading, okay? Because people like these are going to be the ones that are going to be the biggest victims and targets of what's going on. By 2030, you should be you should have made a lot of money, and you should have secured it in my opinion, in things like Bitcoin Cash, even some Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, silver, and all that, because the privacy narrative is going to be more and more. You're going to see it coming out more, in the right light. And please understand that I have your best interest at heart, and which is why I'm telling you all of this. So when we realize what's going on, we can then analyze how we can go about things. And, we have an entire methodology towards all of this. We don't leverage trade. We look for the right projects. We invest in them. And, we give a mindset. And, that's what you get with our Crypto Ronins Premium, which is, you can see the price here right now. You can pay with crypto. You can pay with a card. But this gives you direct access to us. It gives you all the information that you need in the markets, all the altcoin gems that we research. Keep in mind, crypto is like, you're investing in startups. Altcoins are like that. So, different strategies for everyone. And what this gives you is direct access to us. So, if you have a lot of money and you want a portfolio in crypto, we can, give our suggestions. Of course, we're not financial advisors. None of it is financial advice. But we can guide you, definitely, because we've been in this space. We know how to do things. We know how to go about things. We know everything about DeFi, decentralized finance. I'm sure some of you may have not even heard these words. But yeah, so it's very important to remember you need somebody to guide you during these times. And, someone who has an understanding of where things are heading. I called the privacy narrative resurgence more than 2 years ago. Nobody believed it. Now it's coming back. And why? Because I was seeing where things are heading, and this is exactly where things are heading. By 2030, they want a lot of control, a lot of surveillance. They tried that, a few years ago. It didn't work. Now, it's going to be their next step. So they've been trying since 2015. But, they keep creating things. Now there's another theory that, Jeffrey Epstein was involved in the creation of Bitcoin. He funded it, this and that. Guys, let's talk about it from a moral standpoint. Dude, the fiat currencies that you guys use the banking system, it's all been done by a group of bankers, a group of people that are not very good people. Look into them. I'm not even going to say anything. Look into those people, who they are and who they fund, and what they have done around the world. They have literally destroyed countries, okay? And that's the banking system that you guys use today. So don't, people saying, oh, Jeffrey Epstein funded it. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein may have funded it. He was, a bunch of billionaires, the Digital Asset Alliance and all that. They were all rich people. They used to meet up with Epstein as well, because these billionaires, they also needed tech that was under the radar, okay, for whatever things that they were carrying out. But see, the asset itself, the technology itself, is not bad. How you use something could be. It's like, if you have a knife, okay, you can either use it for cooking or cutting, or you can use it for murdering someone. So it's all about perspective, guys. So get over the distraction, get over the BS, okay? Your job is to break from the system, from the matrix. You have to break free from it. Why do I say the matrix? Because the matrix is the best example that we can give. A control system, where everybody is supposed to be doing a certain thing, to so-called support society, while they themselves suffer, and the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Right? That's what it is. So you have to break away from that. You have to break away from those cycles. That's why you have to break away from all the noise, all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and you have to analyze where things are heading. And for that, Crypto Ronins comes into play. We know what's going on. Okay, because we see the patterns, we see the trends, we analyze, we research, we also try to give you the best strategies, all of that. So you can literally do that with our Discord. If you don't want, this high premium one, then we are coming out. You can join the free version. That'll give you all the updates to the videos, like this one that is going to be posted, things like that. Everything that is posted on TikTok, but all that information without our personal support, which means you don't have access to us, you don't get monthly calls, things like that. Then our newsletter is coming out, and we're going to be talking about it in the very near future. That's where I've been busy. I've been busy building that, and I'm so excited to show that to all of you. So I hope a bunch of you subscribe. The price is very, very good, and I think it's affordable for most people. So guys, I hope this video was useful for you. Relax, chill, take a break. if anyone is if any of you are holding Bitcoin and Ethereum and these high market cap coins, you're very good. If you're holding low cap gems, be careful. Make sure whatever you're holding has solid fundamentals. The team is building, and they're building like a real company, not some hyped up, vaporware product. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. There is a strategy to altcoins as well, and we can talk all about that if you join our premium group. And of course, guys, the newsletter is coming out. Keep an eye on that. I'm gonna start making regular videos again very soon. I just came here because I was busy building that. I'm not like other content creators or other people that are trying to sell you a bunch of nonsense, or they're trying to make they're trying to increase their click through returns or whatever it is, and their monetization on YouTube, because so that they create videos every single day regarding whatever is happening. I'm more about real results, real real talk and all of that. So I can't put up an act. Okay, it's that simple. So guys, there will be more regular videos from now on. Join our premium Discord or wait for the newsletter, and I'll see you inside, guys. Take care. I'll leave a link to the premium Discord, and eventually, of course, you guys are going to get to see the newsletter as well. Wishing everyone the very best. Stay healthy. Take some fresh air. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your loved ones. We're going to be fine, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.